sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Again, it's Kamara. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
4th and sure, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now Mills on fourth down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. It's Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
1st down, Mills. He gets it to Thomas.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run to the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Mills.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mills to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barrett.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. These two teams all tied after one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to roam now. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. And with that carry, he's already over
what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And they will score a pick six for Bears touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Kamara up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mills. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Fields.
Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Mills on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Mills.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Touchdown! Chicago.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Mills now looks to throw on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mills to the air again. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st and 10, Mills gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barrett. And he's brought down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
taken at about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Kamara will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd and goal, Mills. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Third and goal, Mills. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Will Lutz to kick off 41. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 190 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead. And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action, Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Velus Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Working out of the gun, Mills. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Mills now. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mills. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A 1st down throw for Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think we're both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again, this is Kamara.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Mills to throw it. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Fourth down, Mills. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Down to the 42, second down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for New Orleans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.